Alright, what's up guys? Back with second episode of Willamina Forest here. We're doing a quick little run to start off things to get fuel. Just to avoid any shenanigans later of something running out of fuel while we're working. Not that I'm too worried about that happening right away, I just rather have it done now than when I need it later. Come on. A little bit more. There we go. Hopefully this fits on. I mean, like, close enough, right? Well, that explains a few things. Come on. There's not much I can do here, apparently. This is just how it wants to go. Oh my god. So I thought I could get this on here, but apparently it's just not having any of it. Oh. Come on. Oh wait, you know what I can do? I think I know how I can get this to stick. The trick I use for logging. Sometimes. There. This is just ridiculous. I don't think this is gonna work. I'm just, you know. Okay, well, I guess we're driving this. Anyways, yeah, so I was doing a bit of thinking on, now that that's over. I was doing a bit of thinking on how I'm gonna make money early on. Okay. Early on, we're gonna have to take this real slow. More of a roll and talk. But yeah, like obviously we're going to be making wood money from some of the wood we sell, and that'll be a good way to get the equipment we need. But I'm thinking like long term, the best way to go about it, especially considering how little equipment we have at the moment. And I'm thinking animals might be the best option. Sheep would be an option. Horses would actually be an excellent option. Especially, I do have the horse helper mod. So that'd be pretty easy. The only thing I'd have to ship in grain and hay until I get things like grass fields and stuff done. That's one thing I wanted to check. Oh, so it is grass. Okay. It was weird because I tried using the forestry mulcher on it and it didn't work. Oh dear. I like how the front wheels of this lift off the ground when I accelerate this uphill. I think I'm gonna use the smaller diesel or like single barrels from now on if I do this anymore. This has 1,500 liters, so this should be good for a while. There we go. Oh. This is really spooky. Yeah, so, it's looking like animals are going to have to be the animals and placeables are going to be the options for doing sustainable income early on. Most likely horses, because of the once you kind of get a cycle going where you can get like 10 or so horses in a rotating cycle, you can start selling them one a day for 50 grand. It just takes 10 days, so it's a bit of a build up. So that's an option. Sheep is another good option because it only requires grass, and the only thing we need for grass right now is to just take down a few trees. Chickens are, well, they're just a terrible idea, and yeah, I'm not gonna do chickens. Chickens are dumb. They are very far from profitable. Alright. As for farming, I don't really see any options, like, at least early on. We'd have to lease a combine to do harvesting, and I don't know. I can't justify it yet, and I don't have the route opened up yet, and it's just that there's so many barriers to entry for that. Another option would be building a BGA plant, which I think I'll build like near the all the other placeables. They have I have the mod, the small BGA mod, and then what I can do from there is, I don't know, plant some corn and turn it into chaff, and we can go dump that into a silage pit or something and make some cash that way. But those are all just options at the moment. We're gonna do this real quick. So we got some wood to stack up. Firstly, the poor little Mahindra. These UTVs are just like, why? That's 1,500 liters of diesel. That's gotta weigh a bit. All right. Yeah. So we'll do a bit of work here on the wood pile. We'll go dump this somewhere out of the way. Actually, I know exactly where. Oh yeah, that's right, the trailer's there. I don't know why I didn't use the trailer. I thought this would be a slightly smaller pallet. I kind of forgot how small the the Mahindra is. It's kind of like, what's the point? I suppose if you had like a no vehicle swapping mod installed or something, and you needed to get around, it'd be that or the pickup. I should have went with a pickup instead of that thing, but I don't know. I figured small vehicles in a map like this would be good to start. All right, so we're gonna work on this wood here. We're gonna dump this off to the side here, and we're gonna get the log claw out and start stacking up some wood. Actually, I think we'll cut pieces. Close this up. There we go. Yeah, so we'll push these into a bunk, or the starting one, and start cutting them to length and loading them in the back of the tractor there. And we'll see if we can get our first load of logs out today. Come on. That would be pretty dope. Alright, come on. Let's go. There we go. Yeah, so we'll just cut them to convenient length. We'll get the tractor out there. This actually has more horsepower than the tractor. I don't know how much tractive force it has, though. I expect the tractor can probably outpull it due to, you know, bigger tires, better traction, better ground contact, more weight, yada yada. But yeah, this skidder ain't no slouch, or skid steer. No, I don't want to cut that one again. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm hoping these are short enough. I might move the tractor over. Please be short enough. Oh my god, no they're not. So we gotta cut them even shorter. Jesus. Yeah, so we gotta cut them almost the same width as the skid steer. We'll put the first two logs in, and then the longer ones should be fine once we get those. But I'm only thinking I might be able to like fit like four, well, more than four, maybe like 6 or 7 logs a piece, like this. And like that, we have a use for the chipper and the all that stuff. Funny how that works out. You know what? I don't think I'll trim them. I'll just put them on top there. And then we'll just strap them down. No big. But yeah, this will be kind of the start, and then I think we'll get some of this out. We'll get a couple loads out. I'll probably only do one on cam, and then tomorrow we'll start working on, I guess, clearing the road, getting to the farm. That's kind of the immediate goal. Is once we get those things done, then we really get some options open in terms of what we can do. It's going to take a while to get any serious distance. And that's the unfortunate part about this DIY style of gameplay, is it takes a lot of effort at the beginning. Especially if you have a map like this where it's like you just have a dumb amount of trees everywhere and very few clearings. It's very difficult to get going. I know in Grizzly when I did this, a lot of it was, a lot of my fields were taking pre-existing clearings in the forest and just kind of squaring them up by taking out as few trees as possible. So, that's not really an option on this map. We're gonna have to work hard for every square meter of land. Alright. Put a few more on. I don't want to accidentally overload it either. Which is this is making me a little nervous. Even with that extra weight on the front there, the barrel weight. I think it's only 600 keys. It's so hackney, I love it. Yeah, I think I'll do a load and then we'll sit here and cut these up and stack them in nicely. I'm thinking the first kind of big purchase we're going to make is going to be a trailer of some sort that we can load. The problem is getting a trailer that's short enough to load logs into. I'm thinking I might just go with the, I think it's called the Strawman, the like, in-game one that has a million different variants in terms of loads and that, and then we'll just leave it on the 4K capacity, and that means we can load some longer logs. Slightly longer, I don't know. But it doesn't have belt fasteners. Let's do another row. The chainsaw always gets funky when you start working on piles like this. Pull this piece out. I'll throw it to the back. There we go. Yeah. I might also go for like a forwarder trailer, but it's hard to. I don't know 100% yet. We'll get a little cash first by doing this. Whatever's cheap and convenient, we'll see. I mean, like this may turn out to work perfectly fine, and I feel like it's actually pretty good for these small, tight spaces, especially once we get to like clearing. Come on, clearing the road. This might actually be a pretty decent setup, because we could probably load a tree or two on this and then move on. Oh dear. Like half of these aren't even in the bucket. It's like, whatever. Don't care. Just use the back of the thing as a... Yeah, I think that's probably enough. Alright, we'll back this off. So we'll go sell that. I don't expect to get much, but, you know, it's more than none. I would like to see... I know somebody said... or not somebody said, but, like, there's been rumors that somebody's working on, like, the what did they call it again? The factory script or whatever. The script that allows, kind of, like, processing and production chains. I believe it was the one that ran the, stuff like the sawmill and that in, like the one of the sawmill mods in FS19 that would produce like you threw logs into it and then it would you'd get boards from it or something like that. I think. Yeah, and then you could take the boards and make pallets. I believe. I don't remember exactly. But I would like to see something along the lines of a mod that utilizes that kind of thing, and then like if you, for example, drop down a building, rather than having the building just pop up, it's like, oh yeah, you spend the money. Oh, maybe not spend the money, but like you have the option of like dropping boards at a sell point or like a drop point near it, kind of like a transportation mission in a way, and then the more you drop on it, the further construction progresses. That would be a really neat one. Have it like, oh, place down a building, but rather than have the building pop up, have like stuff appear at the store and then you have to transport it. Or have the option of using something like that, because then it would be like, it would add this whole like extra depth to the game. it would make the it would add a lot of a lot more interesting stuff to it, I think. Oh boy, this is thick. We're almost there though, I think. I honestly can't tell. Oh, there it is. Alright, so we'll just go drive this into the spot and sell some. It's a good thing that we're not too far. Did we lose a piece? I think we lost a piece. That's fine. 2.2 grand. That's not too bad. Okay, I'm actually going to just take a quick look at trailers as an option. Anyways. I'm going to take this back. And we're going to start thinking about, I think what I'm going to work on for now is just getting that log pile cut up and sorted. And then I can do, off screen I can do a couple runs of logs. So we'll just jump back into Skidder and saw up some stuff and just go make a time of it. Ooh. We're going a wee bit too fast. And then, yeah, next episode, we'll work on some, clearing some of this, brush. Making the road actually usable, because transporting logs like this, in this kind of having to swerve back and forth, especially like when we're loaded like that, not a good option. Alright. Almost back to home. Yeah, this is gonna, I'm gonna tell you guys now, this is gonna be a pretty slow moving series. I'm gonna try to do an episode a day, and even with that, it's gonna be rough. Alright. We'll make a log pile somewhere. Actually, first things first. We'll get these nice and processed up. And throw the scrap stuff that we don't want off there. There we go. Excellent. Did we get that one? Oh yeah, we did. Alright, we'll deal with the back of that pile later. Yeah, but that, I think it's called the Kessel, or Kelsa, I don't know. That one particular trailer actually looked decent. It might be short enough to use the skid steer with. And if that's the case, that's pretty awesome. Come on. There we go. We're gonna drop this stuff just in here. in the clearing, I think. Actually, no. Where do I want to drop this stuff? Damn. Oh, you know what? There's a nice little clearing right here. This is where we'll do our loading. There we go. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm probably gonna we'll 4 times this and admire the work later, because this is gonna take a while. Plus, this I don't know why it's slipping on this ground. It's not that steep. That's weird. I don't think this is. Yeah, no, it's still in relatively good condition. Come on. Alright, so that's that cleaned up. That took a little bit longer than I would have liked. But the trail is clear again. We're going to start working on that next episode. Not my best stacking job, but yeah. It's stacked up. It's nice. It's neatly put away somewhere out of the way. I'll get to loading it later. Anyways, yeah, so like I said, next episode we're going to be working on getting this road up to the farm, and furthermore, or further on, not furthermore, what am I saying? Pretty much, let's pull up the map here. Let's pull up the bigger map. Yeah, all this road, all the way back as close to the sawmill as we can, so right about there. That last little bit is like whatever, but that'll make hauling logs a lot easier. We're gonna have to get a log cart that doesn't suck. Alright. So, if you want to see more of this playthrough, make sure to sub. Don't forget to check me out on Twitch and drop a follow there. Much appreciated. I will definitely be streaming some of the more mundane work that I don't really want to turn into videos. And yeah, as always, have a good one.